When you are buying a multimeter, you should consider these factors so that you don't end up like me, having used 6 multimeters in a span of half a year. Most of the multimeters you see in the market, they cannot serve you very well. Like you can see these multimeters here. You can see this one, the way it is built, there is no quality here. The first factor to consider is the precision of the multimeter. Precision refers to the ability of the multimeter to reproduce the same correct answer several times. It refers to the ability of the multimeter to give you the same correct answer repeatedly. So there is the selector precision. This is what we call the selector precision. The selector should be precise to take you where you want to measure. The precision of a normal multimeter should be about plus or minus 1%. The precision of the best multimeter is plus or minus 0.05%. I don't have a multimeter here which has that precision. When you are buying a multimeter, make sure you consider precision of that multimeter. The second thing to consider is the build quality. The build quality deals with the robustness of your multimeter. You can see this one is having a rubber protection. This rubber protection, it is increasing the duration of the multimeter, because when you drop, the rubber can protect your multimeter. But this multimeter does not have the rubber protection. This multimeter is only 3 months old. When I drop it, it sets itself on. You can see this one, the way it is built, there is no quality here. It cannot measure high voltages. The next thing to consider when buying a multimeter is what we call input protection. A good multimeter should be protected at the input. You should be finding some fuse. There is a fuse for AC and a fuse for DC measurement, so that when you are making measurement and you happen to put your selector in the wrong selection, your multimeter will be protected. But all of these multimeter, if you make the wrong selection, like if you make selection for AC current and you are measuring a DC current, you will end up blowing the multimeter because it is lacking input protection. So when you are buying a multimeter, make sure it is having an inbuilt protection. You will see from the circuit, it is fused. It will be having some fuses. So a good manufacturer will make sure that he protects the multimeter. So both of these multimeter, I have acquired this small multimeter recently. This is a very small multimeter, but it is making very good measurements. It is having a very good precision. It is having a very good resolution. It is also having some protection at the input. However small you may look at it. So I have also recently acquired this one. These are good multimeters, but I have ordered the Fluke. I want to see how it will serve me.